Hi everyone, I'm Samantha, a speech language pathologist and founder of TalkInc Speech Language and Voice Therapy. I wanted to give you a quick tour of Telepractice today so that you can get a better understanding of how you can work Telepractice into your busy schedule so that you can achieve your communication goals and communicate with confidence, all from the comfort of your own home. So I thought, what better way to understand what Telepractice is all about than to take a digital tour? So today we're going to start our tour starting with the littlest of littles, the 3 and under age group, and we're going to work our way up through the ages and end all the way with adults. If your child is 3 and under and they're a late talker and they don't have many words, how are you going to get them engaged online? That's a real concern that parents have. Are they going to be able to sit? Are they going to be engaged? How is this going to work? So with an activity like this, we can target a multitude of goals, such as verbal routines like ready, set, go, which kind of goes with our whole magic theme here. We can also talk about vocabulary. What is it? It's a ball. And there we can have speech goals, ball. We can talk about colors like blue and pink. We can ask them to request for more. That's a great thing to work on with the late talker group. Kids are always needing our assistance and our help, so we can teach them signs. Oh, what happened? Where did it go? Do you want more? What's going to happen next? Tell me more. Ready, set. Of course, we're waiting for the word go, so we get that kind of participation and engagement. Ready, set, go. And then we have more vocabulary. We can work on things like eat, which is functional vocabulary. We don't want children just to be able to label a bunch of nouns and things. We also need them to be able to request more so that they can communicate with you outside of the therapy room as well. The next age group that we're focusing on is a little bit of an older age group when we're working on things like receptive language and expressive language targets. So we might be working with 4, 5, 6, 7-year-olds. We're using the green screen to have a bit of a show so that it keeps them engaged. They're really vibrant visuals. They're really big. They're super engaging. And we can talk about things like answering WH questions. Where is the doggy? The doggy is on. He's on the table. Uh-oh, his bone is under. Where is it? It's under. Things like that. We're working on more complex language. Kids can be really engaged with this kind of magic show. We can have them do things like abracadabra. Oh my gosh, the doggy went under. You're magical. It gets them really excited. We get some giggles, but we're also working on our language targets all at the same time. There's so many ways to target language using these amazing visuals that keep kids really actively engaged in the process. We can also use the green screen to work on stuttering goals. What I find is that it's really hard to catch kids in the moment. Sometimes stutters happen so quickly, so it's hard to implement the strategies before they stutter, and it's almost too late once they've started stuttering or once they're in the middle of a story and they're so excited to tell you and you don't really want to interrupt them. A simple fix is to quickly bring up a really eye-catching visual in the moment that reminds them to slow down. This is something that happens really quick using the green screen so that they can apply the strategy in the moment online so that they're working on the strategy in real time and not just in theory. We can work on other strategies such as pull-outs, which might be a goal that has been set by the speech pathologist for the child, where if they have a stuttering moment, they're going to stop and start again. And of course, with fluency therapy, we really want to reiterate, great job, that was really smooth talking, so that they're getting these really nice visuals in the moment so that they can feel proud of what they're doing or that they can be sort of cued to, uh-oh, that was too fast. Let's slow down and do our turtle talking. Okay, one of my other favorite ways to use the green screen is to work on articulation therapy. I love visuals like this, which are like steps that teach kids the hierarchy of what they need to do in order, steps 1, 2, and 3, to make certain sounds. So this example is how we make the snaky sound. Not only are the visuals really big, showing what they need to do with their lips and their tongue and their teeth, but I'm really big also. I'm not in a tiny corner at the top of the screen where they can't see me. They can see both of us at the same time, both the visual and myself. Another visual that I like to use is in voice therapy. I mostly use this visual with adults, which talks about the 3 subsystems that we need in order to have a healthy and balanced voice. And I find that this is a really great visual so that we can talk about things like where we feel resonance and our placement. We can talk about the vocal folds and where they are in the body and what they look like and what we use them for, and our lungs and how we practice things like breathing in order to have good respiration. We can use visuals that depict more anatomically what's going on at the level of the vocal folds, and we can talk about how the vocal folds work and why that's important. It's a really great conversation starter about what's happening and why voice therapy is important to undertake in order to have a healthy and balanced voice. Now, I wanted to show you a lot of other digital resources that I have that were created by SLPs for SLPs. So in this activity, what we have to do is feed the cat. We can target vocabulary, things like cat. We can target animal noises, meow. We can request to feed the animal. And of course, on Zoom, you can screen share. So I can give families the opportunity to help the children do hand over hand and press the button too. So we're getting more functional vocabulary, press. We're getting verbs in there. Really fun for these children to engage in these kind of activities. Games like this, again, speech games that were created by SLPs for SLPs that you can see all the different speech sounds here that we might target. So for example, if I wanted to work on the sound, I have my picture here. I've got a list of vocabulary items that all begin with words, so we can have the child pick the color that they want while also practicing their speech skills. If you have ever been to an SLP's clinic or house, or they've been to your house, they have brought this physical game with them. This is the digital version of the game, which is so much fun for kids to participate in. So they could be doing language practice, they could be doing speech practice, they could be working on taking turns for social communication. All at the same time, they're having fun playing a game and waiting for Pot to go for a big swim in the ocean. We also wanted to work on things like literacy, so we have online books that we can read. Children can help turn the pages, and this program has different age levels and different reading levels for children who all have different needs. I hope that you have all enjoyed the Telepractice tour. This is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to materials and games and targets that either you or your child can work on in Telepractice. I hope that it was informative and it gives you a sense of how effective Telepractice can be. If you would like to investigate this further, there is this wonderful resource I would love to share from the Informed SLP that is a free resource that talks about all the different research that has gone into the effectiveness of Telepractice from birth to age 3, all the way to preschool and school-age children, all the way through to adulthood. So this is a great resource that you can read about that discusses how effective Telepractice can be. Thanks everybody for watching this video. If you have any questions about Telepractice, please feel free to contact me at info@talkinc.slp.ca. I hope to see you online.